Hey friends, Jim Rhoads here with the Octane Group. I'm coming to you from my hometown of Guymon, Oklahoma, way out in the Panhandle. I'm just coming off of two visits in West Texas, and when I wrapped up the second one, kind of more West Central, I was close enough to my family home that I came to spend a few nights with my parents before moving on to a consulting visit in Central Oklahoma. So we got three back-to-back visits we put together here after the holidays, and so it's all part of that Buy Here, Pay Here tour for 2021 that you hear Michelle and me talking about, and you're going to hear more about that in the coming months. But I thought it was important to stop in here, on the drive-in. It occurred to me that this would be an important place to come and kind of go back to my roots a little bit and help some of you kind of understand where I've come from. And I often have told people in my professional career and in my personal life that I wonder how much different a person I would be were it not for my school athletics. And some people have said, oh, you'd probably still be the same person, but I'm just not sure that's true. And part of the reason I would think that is because I feel like a lot of who I am, especially as a leader, has come from my experiences right here within a few hundred yards of this spot. And as a young athlete, 7th, 8th grade football player, I feel like I stepped into what I became as a leader in those days. And it wasn't that coaches took us into a classroom and taught us what it was to be leaders. I was just part of a team, and I wanted that team to be successful, and nobody else was really stepping up and taking a leadership role in that way, so I just stepped into it, and it just felt natural for me. And you have to lead by example. You can't be a leader unless you're out there working as hard as anybody on the team, and so that was me. That's kind of how I became a leader. So this football stadium, I'll give you a quick tour. It doesn't look like much right now. It's January and everything's dormant. Come August and September, this place will be green and ready for football. But it just looks, there's tumbleweeds in the corner. It doesn't look like much. But right behind me there, you see the what we call the field house. That's where we lifted weights and did a lot of our work. Up on the hill was the practice field. We did there's lots of workouts up there, and so it was part of where I stepped into leadership and learned the value of hard work and working hard for something that's important to you. And so we had successes and failures. We won some games, but again, this is not about glory days. I scored touchdowns on this field, but I also probably gave up some touchdowns, probably missed some tackles, and so it's not always about winning. Like you're going to have wins and losses. And I think when I meet people, whether it's in a professional capacity or whatever, that talk about only having success, I'm skeptical. In fact, I tend to not believe them, and I tend to not trust them if they haven't had some setbacks. So, for me, I think I'm happy to talk about my successes and my failures. And when you meet somebody like that, I hope you'll take the time to get to know me, because when I meet people who have been in that situation, I always have to ask myself, is this person smart enough to have learned from their mistakes, learned from those setbacks and the losses and the times that you might have failed? So I think if you get to know me, you'll find that I've certainly had both, and I feel like I've learned from both, and I'm happy to share that in my professional capacity. I've had successes and failures and Buy Here, Pay Here. And I'm happy to share what I've learned as I've traveled and meet dealers that are experiencing wins and losses, and certainly some of the best practices out there on how to be more successful. So, that's what 2021 is all about for me. We're traveling. My wife Michelle and I are covering the country with our travel trailer and calling on Buy Here, Pay Here dealers and vendors and getting to know people in this Buy Here, Pay Here space. But I just wanted to take a moment to help you understand I'm going to be stepping into a leadership role in this industry. We need better training. We need better solutions for Buy Here, Pay Here. And so, today was just an opportunity, the right place for me to come and talk about the future of my company and what it means for the Buy Here, Pay Here space. So I look forward to having, dealers join us. By the way, you're going to want to follow us. You should subscribe to the YouTube channel, because Tuesday night I'm going to go live on our YouTube channel, and I think only the followers over there, the subscribers, will be the ones to see that live presentation. But I'm going to share with you how the dealer that I just called on, after more than a year ago we put him in business, now their volume has more than doubled, and their gross profit to cash in deal ratio, or what I call reward to risk ratio, has gone from 108% to 186% in recent months, and their sales volume has more than doubled. And so I'm going to share with you live to our YouTube subscribers exactly how it is that we help them achieve those kind of results. So again, you want to tune in over there, but you know, forgive the little memory or trip down memory lane here. I just felt it was an appropriate place to share with you kind of what you could look for in terms of leadership and understand a little bit more about where I come from. So thanks for tuning in, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see you over there.